That never leaves us. I think every single one of us is born with that desire. We just have it within us to say, I want to do something great. I want to be someone great. And we get it even to the point of when we see it in someone else, we're like, I don't want to just be in the presence of someone great. I want that for my own. I want that for my own. And I love that's in each one of us, because it's something that we don't simply randomly have. I firmly believe that God plants that desire deep in every human heart that he makes, this desire for the heights, for the top, for the greatest, for the most. God himself, I think, has this deep longing to place his greatness in each of us. And this is exactly what we come back to, especially whenever we celebrate the lives of the saints, and more than any, when we celebrate the life of the Blessed Virgin Mary, the mother of Jesus and our mother in faith. Because we look and we stand, as it were, in the presence of one who has been made great. And whenever whenever I think about Mary and whenever we celebrate her feast, I always just think to myself, thank God. Oh, thank God. Thank God for Mary. Thank God that God has shown to each one of us what is possible in the life of a human soul. You see, when God bestows his greatness upon someone, when God fulfills that desire that he has in the life of someone, that greatness magnifies God. This is exactly what Mary says. Mary says, the greatness that Elizabeth just saw in me, that I didn't even say it. Right? Mary was maybe a week or two. She was newly pregnant. This is happening right after the Annunciation. If you're like 1 week or 2 weeks pregnant, man, you don't even know you're pregnant. Right? You don't really find out till week 4 or week 5. Mary goes immediately to Elizabeth, and what does Elizabeth know by intuition? I am in the presence of greatness. Mary didn't say that to her. Elizabeth couldn't have known that on her own by looking at Mary. That was given to her. That was revealed. The greatness of God was revealed to Elizabeth. And Elizabeth said, blessed are you. What makes you great? Blessed are you because you believed that the word of God would be fulfilled in you. And this is exactly how God reveals greatness to us. What is God's desire for each of us? That his greatness be in us because it magnifies him. And when we receive the greatness of God within us, it's because we hear the words that he has to say in each one of our hearts. And we believe, and we heed that word. And that word, when it's given over to us and comes to fruition in our lives, doesn't actually, in the end, attract people to us. What people see in us, instead, is rather the greatness of God, which is what they desire more than anything else. And so this day, I would just humbly recommend to you to remember your own childhood and to remember that desire that each of us is able to just intuitively grasp, but that would never be lost on us. Right? One of those ways as we grow up that we probably learn here and there to let go. Well, never going to become an Olympian, so let go of that greatness. Never going to be a Nobel Prize winner, let go of that greatness. Sometimes we teach ourselves to be less than great instead of continuing to strive, but God says it is not so in my kingdom. I create you for nothing less than the greatness that I have desired to place into you. And so we say a prayer today of gratitude for how God has done that in Mary, and to be able to marvel and to say, if God has done that in her, what can he do in me?